What's up, guys? I haven't been making videos that much lately, so I figured I'd make a video, kind of make it quick. Yeah, my hair's looking crazy. I'm not looking as presentable, but damn it, I'm still fucking sexy. So anyways, that's besides the freaking point. Alright? Anyways, I just want to talk about anxiety and why a lot of people suffer more from anxiety and what you can do, which I have literally done because I have been off and on lately, kind of going through it. To do it. And it's really simple, guys, honestly. Get the fuck off your phone. First of all, get off your phone. If you smoke cigarettes too, quit doing that. Easier said than done. But it's basically like quit doing things like, okay, so like your phone, right? Like you're constantly swiping and you can go into dirt mode being on your phone. Now, when you don't have your phone and then you were just so used to being on your phone for like an hour, 2 hours, watching videos, doing this thing. Now you're by yourself, and now you're with your own thoughts. You can't get distracted anymore. And what starts to happen is these thoughts start to bombard you, and you start to, you might even start to feel pain in certain spots in your body when these thoughts bombard you and stuff like that. But you have to go through it. And then afterwards, like, try to not be on your phone so much. Go outside and take a 5-hour fucking walk. I did that the other day, and it's like, because like you're by yourself. I had music a little bit, but I kept turning it off because that'd distract me too, because I'm thinking about other stuff. But the thing is like you need to be alone with your thoughts, and you need time to process those thoughts. And the more you can process those thoughts and what's going on throughout your day and what's been going on, and the more you can process that, the easier you're like, it's like you're sorting everything out. And a 5-hour, 4-hour like long walk, even 3 hours, you're kind of forced. And I say a hike too. A hike is better because if you're on a trail and there's not a lot of people around, easier to be yourself, easier for you to just think your own thoughts, because you're not like, you don't see a person, you're like, oh shit, you might want to put on a certain persona or some bullshit like that. Just being by your thoughts and meditating again, sitting down and meditate for like 5-10 minutes, focus on your breathing. You might get anxious, but just keep going, and I can guarantee you, literally, like, you will feel better, because then what happens is that you train your mind again to be able to handle when thoughts come back. And then, you know what I mean? It's like you've already processed most of the stuff out. But I just noticed, like, once I started going on my phone more and all this type of stuff, and usually when I mix it up with weed, like when I'm sober, it's a lot easier because I become more telepathic when I smoke pot. Like I can feel vibrations way more, so I can get distracted by not only other people around me, as energies and their thoughts, but even spirits and stuff like that too, and my own inner thoughts or whatever that are like inwards. You know what I mean? But being sober is a lot easier to do that. It's easier for me to go in a dirt mode when I get high sometimes and just like go there. But the thing is, guys, it's just like, go take a walk. Get back with being by yourself, because if you can't, like, you don't need to be taking any pills and all this stuff, and they try to tell you all this crap, man, like, these doctors and shit, like, they be like, oh, you got a mental disorder, blah, 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 and it's like, most of these people have no knowledge or even, like, awareness of, like, I don't want to say the spiritual world, because this is all spiritual. This is just denser version of the metaphysical world. But they have no awareness of that. They have no awareness at all. They're only mind and body, but not spirit. And I can truly claim throughout my own life and experiences, even though now it's still hard sometimes, because when you accept spirit, the thing is, there's a lot of things that you're going to have to grow up and take responsibility for, because there might be things that spirit is calling you to do, which you might have been shunning off for a while. And it's the same for me. And I realized that, like, because I was suffering from a lot of, like, certain pain and stuff from this anxiety. And I realized, like, I haven't been chilling out with God. I haven't been chilling out with spirit. I haven't been listening to my heart. You know what I mean? Like, I've been shunning away. And drinking, too, guys. Drinking, if you drink and smoke weed, what drinking is going to do is it's going to push you to be very, like, heart-centered, because you're not thinking. But then there's a come down. And then you're even less confident and stuff than you were before you even drank. You know what I mean? So it's like these things in moderation, and the same goes for me, because it's easy to want to escape and get away from this stuff, man. But, the spirit, man, it's like, You know, I've had people, and it makes sense. It's like they're constantly smoking cigarettes, they're constantly on their phone, they're probably around other people who are constantly thinking a lot of thoughts. So it's hard for them to just go to a place and sit down because it's hard to deal with all of that stuff and processing all that. But sometimes you have to push through it, you know, for a good 3-4 hours, and just be with your anxiety, and it'll go away. Hello, you got to push through it, be with your anxiety, and it'll go away. Go take a walk. And that's why I say go take a hike. You know, don't even bring your phone with you. You can, but I would say try not to. Try not to listen to music. Try to be alone by yourself. You're going to have to go the hard route. But it'll be easy after an hour or two. Then you can start singing to yourself, start regaining who you are again. You're like, oh, wait a second, this is who I am. And then you know what I mean? Because when you're distracting yourself from all these things, you're getting away from yourself, you're getting away from God, you get away from who you are, and then you start to lose touch with yourself, and that can create more anxiety. Because you're not in tune with who you are, because you keep like going over here. Oh, I'm being pulled over this way. Oh, I gotta go on my phone. Blah, 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 blah. I'll just stay on my phone. That's easier than having to think and process stuff. You know what I mean? And not no shitting on anybody like that does that, because it's like I'm talking from my own experience. So that's basically kind of my tip with all that stuff too, man. I'm gonna make another video too when it comes to like schizophrenia and bipolar, just like the spirituality of all this stuff, because I really believe, man, like schizophrenia, like check it out, if you take out the spirit world, oh yeah, schizophrenia, yeah, you just you got a mental illness, yeah, it's really easy to do. But if you entertain the idea that there are spiritual figures all around us that we cannot see, you can just say spiritual, just different. It's like a two-dimensional being cannot see the three-dimensional being. It can only like see like this way or whatever, right? So it's the same exact thing. So like we're not gonna see fourth and fifth dimensional beings, even though they're there, but we can feel them. And the more aware we become, because we can operate on the fourth and fifth dimensions, which we do, but we also operate on the third and the physical. But the fourth is like your imagination, and the fifth is also, I don't really know. I just know the fourth and the fifth are like your imagination, consciousness. But those realms are real, guys. And, yeah, yo, it's like, this shit is bad, bro. They're poisoning us, man. And it's like, the more you become aware of this stuff, it's like, the more I became aware of this stuff, the more I ended up just talking more about God, talking more about spirit. I even try to clarify and be like, well, you don't have to use the word God. You can use your higher self, which is all of our higher selves technically, and we're individuals but not individuals. You know, I try to explain it in a way where people are like, oh, okay, because a lot of people have cognitive perceptions of what they think God is already from the jump. You know what I mean? So then they'll even hear me bring up God, and they'll totally not even hear any of the rest of the shit that I'm saying, not even on purpose. It's just like their mind blocks it out. And then they'll just be like, you said this, da-da-da-da, and like out of context and all this bullshit. And, but it's like all in their mind a lot of the time. So I really try to clarify on this stuff, guys. I just am very, I'm very convinced now at this point that there's something higher than all of us. And it's like, you know, I get so many moments where I just surrender to it, and then my ego comes back in. But that's the name of the game, baby. You know, so go take those walks. Don't be, on your phone so fucking much. Because if you're on your phone so fucking much and you're distracting yourself so much, well, you're not going to be in tune with yourself. So when you have to deal with everyday life or just being by yourself or around people, you're going to get anxious because you don't even know yourself anymore. So please go, and if this offends you and if this bothers you, my message, then, dude, that's your fucking problem, man. It's just like, the simple fact that it would bother you and make you feel some type of way is probably because you feel bad because you're always on your fucking phone. So it's just like, I'm not telling you guys, like, you better get off. I'm just saying, if you want to deal with your anxiety and all that stuff, stay off of it more. I'm not exempt. Go for long walks and be by yourself. Don't listen to music all the time, and just be by yourself, man. You know, and then you can go into society and you can talk to people and stuff, and it's easy. You're like, oh yeah, you feel comfortable in your own skin again. So anyways, that's my message, and you guys are well. I'm out.